Yes, what is happening? JD here. Alright, Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 7. Episode 6 was just too wild. God knows what we're getting in this one. We're already ahead of the game on Patreon and Uncut. Link down in the description. Without further ado, 2-7. Subscribe if you're new. Let's do it. Right, I think I'm fully justified to watch any recap of the madness that ended 2-6, Reiner and Berthold being the Colossal and the Armored Titan. Fucking hell. And the way they delivered it, dude. Okay, yeah, super early. It's fucking... Now there's a hole in the wall. Cass like, what in the fuck just happened? Yeah. Although would it have mattered? Would it have mattered? Well, yeah, because of the neck. Listen, there's been a lot going on with Mikasa. Don't blame yourself. Fucking hell. Now he's chucked them in his mouth, but I don't believe he's going to eat them. I believe he's going to store them. Right, so Berthold's the Colossal, and Reiner's the Armored. That makes sense. And he was the female, obviously. And obviously Eren is guy with the unlevel teeth and the cool hair. And Ymir was the troll big-head one. Any others? This animation's gone all CG in a really cool way. Oh, the budget has gone up. Don't get cocky. Don't get cocky, boys. If you're telling me that there's no crossover between this show and the nuclear fallout that happened in Japan, I know this isn't set in Japan. I know it's sort of set in Europe. If you're telling me there's no crossover, then I don't believe you. So much of Japanese media and cinema is based around that. Understandably. I want to watch this again because it's so unbelievably well shot, animated, directed, constructed. Any still from any of this could be like a framed picture. I don't mind the Marvel movies, and you know, I've got a lot of time for Spider-Man since I was a little kid. But the invention in a show like this, and I'll talk as I'm recording later in the week about the One Piece live action. I never watched the anime. The invention in this space, the creativity, and the world building is just on a completely different level. This is so mad, but so consistent. That's what amazes me about these shows. This in particular, but I would say the same for Jiu-jitsu. And even in the small amount of One Piece, world building is just on almost on another level to anything in terms of like crazy superheroes in inverted commas. I think you guys know what I'm saying. I'll be clearer in my One Piece live action review, which if you've seen this on YouTube, will already be on the YouTube channel. What do we do? I mean, do we just fucking give up? Wait, fair enough. Take a photo. Come, Rashad. Look at that for a shot. Amazing.
待ち構えてそこを狙うまでだ。
What happened to the other one?
彼らを捕らえることはもうできない。殺せ。ためらうな。
ユミルはまだきっと死んでませんので。
I don't think she is, Historia.
頼みます。
ライナーとベルトルトはどこですか？
Good question.
あいつら立体起動装置をつけてないんです。
Oh, because they don't know.
二人を助けてください。
Interesting. Some know, some don't. He's already lost his hand. He doesn't have to get fucked up, old Eren. Right. Yes, I mean, it's clearly him. I mean, it's clearly fucking him.
下の責任だの吠えてたやつが対人格闘の訓練あれ手加減してやってたのかよ。てめえ相当強えだろ。体が動かねえよ。お前みたいに強くなれたらいいな。
Hey man, you can be.
思ってたっけ。
Look at his traps. No chance. No chance. He's got armor there.
で効かない。
Ow.
エレンの攻撃も私の刃も効かなかった。
How did he get that armor? These are so many more questions.
ライナー、今お前がどんな顔してんのか知らねえが、お前ら本当にクソ野郎だよ。消さなきゃ。てめえはこの世にいちゃいけないやつだ。一体何考えてたんだ。本当に気持ち悪いよ。お前の正義感に溢れたあの面構えを思い出すだけで吐き気がしてくんだよ。このでけえ害虫が。俺がいるから。
I mean, Jesus, look at this show. Oh, no, you got Jose Aldo versus Conor McGregor. Titan martial arts. Now, this is my kind of info card. Though not typically an impressive exhibition of power and size, martial arts is similarly effective for Titans as it is for humans. Grappling holds and throws used against a Titan opponent are sometimes more potent than a striking blow. You know, I'm pro grappling. Armor won't necessarily stop a takedown. Did he punch bro back to... okay, no. Nice parallel edit. Okay, so in that still earlier, when Eren was saying, was Reiner holding back in their training, in their sparring, and we had Eren sort of like barring his arm and controlling him, is that saying that Reiner can't grapple? Because if this show is now also about being a good grappler, it's going to be my favourite show of all time. Nice. Beautiful. I'm Triangle. This is the best show ever.
降参なんかしてないで。
He's going to sleep. He's going to sleep.
そう、そんなにもっと知りたいの。
Literally. Alright, so maybe he's a terrible grappler. Head and arm triangle. One of my favourite submissions in all of Jiu-jitsu works by one arm compressing the carotid artery on one side, and you use their other arm. You compress it in the state of extension, and the pressure from the shoulder and your own grip will compress the other carotid artery, cutting off the blood supply and the oxygen to the brain, and if applied correctly, will put the other person to sleep. Yeah, beautiful showcase of grappling and showcase of an actual real submission, which, do you know what? You rarely get in films, and when you do, it's always somebody hitting a triangle choke from the bottom. Bad idea in a street fight. I appreciate you letting me nerd out a little bit. It's a head pinch with a nice trip. Don't know the Japanese name for it. And then, I do know the Japanese. Akatagatame is the name of that submission in Japanese. Appreciate you letting me nerd out.
あんたに必要あるとは思えないけど。ただ、猛獣に通用するかどうか、興味はある。
Ooh.
マジかよ。お前はどっちだ、エレン。
Listen, on a beast like you, on humans, I am questioning potential foreshadowing. Don't spoil anything in the comments. Do not spoil anything in the comments, my lovely friends. Oh, we don't get to find out.
俺は結局どうなったんだっけ。いや、なんで今あの時を思い出す。最低の気分だ。ダメだ。殴り合ったってどうにもならない。
I'm in those.
ここまで来るんだ。まずい。我を忘れたか。
Shoot under. Shoot under. Yes. Yes, head pinch. Beautiful throw. And now, I mean, these guys don't need to breathe necessarily. But the neck. Oh man, this is the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe this. Now, what's interesting is obviously I told you how this choke works against humans. This strangle works against humans. Not a choke. Choke is an airway thing. Strangle is a blood thing. I was going to say, how's it going to work against Titans? Because they don't function the same way. However, everything is to do with the back of the neck. So maybe in some ways they do. You know, he's relinquished the grip, but he's on top. He's just going to ground and pound. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's the best idea. Okay, I called it. They always go for the triangle on the ground. So we've got a triangle choke from the bottom now. Same mechanics. This leg, cutting off the blood supply here on this carotid. This leg, when applied correctly, the angle is slightly wrong here, will be compressing the shoulder into the other carotid. You keep them down so their posture is down. With your legs, if their posture's up, they can break out of it. You need to keep their posture down. Pull down on the head. Underhook the leg. Armbar. Bro. Oh, he armbarred his arm off. Listen, I need you guys to understand that this is the best thing that's ever happened in any show for me. Not only was this fucking insane twist, the action's always been incredible, the world building, everything's always been incredible, and I've been loving it. These guys are having a grappling match as giant titans now, and it's anatomically and technically correct. With some exceptions that they're fucking giants, and they can pull each other's arms off. I am in some sort of nerd heaven right now. Bram. I said Bram. That's how nerded out I said word Bram. Not now. Snap his legs. Heel hook time. If here's a heel hook at any point in Attack on Titan. Because it's fucking Big Bertie.
Eren はどこだ？エレン。あれが巨人化したエレンか。いいかエレン。君を逃がすためにはライナーの動きを封じ、時間を稼ぐ必要がある。さっきの関節技で鎧の足を破壊することができるか？
I mean, like, guys. Listen, most of you know, but it's right in front of me, so fuck it. This is a Brazilian Jiu-jitsu black belt. Black belt. Nearly 13 years of grappling. Gi, no gi. Gi is the outfit. No gi is just what it looks like when you're just in normal shorts and t-shirt, basically. This is my life. This is what I do. 5-6 sessions a week. To have this happen is like unbelievable for me. And the fact that none of the recommendations were based on that. They were based on just the show being that good. I hope that I'm adding a layer of insight into these scenes that none of the other reactors can. And unless there's anyone else of my level in grappling, I'd be amazed if they could. Right, your options. Your options. This is a longer reaction than normal, but Jesus, let me have it. Heel hook. which is a joint lock which attacks the ligaments of the knee. Is a twisting lock. You need control of the hip with your legs, and you catch the heel with the blade of your arm, the toes in the armpit, and use rotational force while the top of the leg, the thigh, is stationary. The bottom of the leg twists, and it will tear the ligaments. Look up Gordon Ryan, Gary Tonin, Mikey Musumeci for amazing examples of Craig Jones, of course, vicious examples of this submission applied in jiu-jitsu. His other option is a knee bar, which is a straight breaking lock of the knee, which will hyperextend the knee the wrong way in a very similar way to the arm bar. Again, you need to attach to the hips. You need control of the ankle joint, but that is a straight break. The heel hook is more devastating, but both will fuck you up if applied correctly and viciously. Ooh, so he runs and it breaks his own armor. Interesting. Here we go. Okay, so he's got control with an Ashigarama, which is a leg entanglement. But he needs to destabilize him. Oh my god. I love this show. I love this. It's fucking too good. His tackle is too much to handle. Pause. That's something. Tackle. Yeah, you guys can work it out. So here, Eren uses a root with his left leg, putting pressure across the leg he's trying to attack, and then uses an inside hook and look, an ankle grab with the right leg to destabilize. He has caused to Reiner's legs to be open wide, which, as we know, wide open legs make it easier to push people over backwards. And he's disrupting his base in order to put him to his butt, to sweep him. Send him to his butt. And now Eren is executing what looks like a very good technical stand-up in order to get up, but it cuts. He backs off.
あんな風には動けないはずだ。昔の戦争で使ってた鎧にも人体の構造上鉄で覆えない部分がある。膝の裏側だ。
So you can cut him behind him. I want Eren to heal. He's going for another second. Absorb it. Now, close guard, guillotine. Arming guillotine as well. Well done, Mikasa. Back of the knee, yes. Yes. And that is taken out his ability to drive off the floor, which will cut down his ability, exactly as Eren says, to fight back. He's actually taken out some of his base. His ability to drive force using the floor, his vector in that direction to defend against the guillotine is compromised now. Now, will the guillotine strangle him? But his neck, the nape is exposed and it snaps some of the armor. Nerding out too much. Eren is going for a slightly old-fashioned style of guillotine. By pulling backwards, he would serve himself better by crunching his body up to further compress the head down and the chin into the chest. He's going for the correct defense by posturing in. Can you send him to sleep? He's calling for backup.
周囲に他の巨人は見当たりません。ただの悪あがきだ。てめえの首が引っ転げるのが先だ、バカが。見ろ、もうちぎれる。なんだ、鎧のやつ。おいおいおいおいおい。
Such a cockney. Shot. Oh, you can't. You just can't. You absolutely can't. Oh my god, maybe the best episode of anything I've ever seen. I'm absolutely buzzing. I don't even know what to do with myself, and I can't believe it ended like that. I can, because that's what the show is. Fucking hell. There is a world, there is a parallel universe, there is a timeline where I never watched Attack on Titan, and I'm so glad I'm not living in that timeline. Guys, we're ahead of the game on the Patreon and Uncut. Subscribe. I think you know it's the move. And to be continued.